say Rawr XD to my girlfriend.
I quit you. Trading you in for a better model.
Have you? Don't fucking. No, you probably haven't actually. I say Rawr XD, man, because Rawr means I love you in dinosaur. Didn't you know?
Oh my god. What up? Welcome back to Cyber Jocks. We're gonna talk about that. MC Goondick in the motherfucking house, y'all.
Can I have a cool name too?
Absolutely. You're Wickkles/Wackles. So like Wickkles is the person who records the show. Wackles is the person who edits the show and makes sure that all our stuff looks perfect. And all of our audios are linked up perfectly.
Can my my DJ name be Wickety Whack?
Wickety Whack, don't talk back.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
I like that. I'm in. I'm
Hell
110% in.
That's me. All right.
Like if we were having sex right now, I'd be balls deep, so much to the point where I put my balls in, motherfucker.
Damn, dude, how'd you know I was that loose? I mean,
oh man, I have my ways. You know, it's not like we haven't experimented sexually before.
Fucking yo, I joined this like little group chat with a bunch of random people that I just joined with, and it somehow the conversation turned to just me being the town slut. Like it does every fucking time. Any server I join,
what you fail to realize is that you are the town slut.
I know, but why does it have to happen on
like
the
when you go
too?
online, you're supposed to have a different persona, but like it follows you everywhere you go.
It did. I thought it was fucking hilarious. I wasn't mad about it. I was just like, that's funny. It's like that's exactly what I am every fucking where. So it's just really funny that they also pointed out the same thing.
I totally dig it. I totally dig it. I love that you're a slut. You're my favorite slut.
Someone called me the town bicycle. They said they're gonna love me even if I am the town bicycle.
Yeah, dude, of course. You're the town bicycle because everyone gets a ride. You're like a ride-sharing app, but you're a bicycle. You've had so many asses on your fucking bicycle seat that you got us for Herpelades. Nobody knows what you got no more. Yeah, yo, you're so rare that they had to name a disease after you.
Damn, dude. They call it the Wickety Whack disease.
The Wickety Whack disease. Yo, man, you got that Wickety Whack.
That's me.
Yeah, that's fucking gold right there.
Holy shit. I'm so used to just holding, like, the button just to run up the wall instead of having to, like, jump at it every single time like this.
And remember, if you hold the A button while you're in midair, it will charge your jump for you.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing.
So you can do that as well.
Shit, you're falling. And we're okay. Fuck the police coming straight from the underground. Huh.
Nigga, got it down, become brown. Oh, I can't say that.
Can't say that, internet, you silly boy.
Well, we're gonna cut that out. Anyway.
Well, I mean, fucking, it's like art, and art shouldn't be censored. So
I completely agree.
It's just lyrics
There's
from a
this whole
song.
thing about free speech, and I'm sure we've talked about it on the show before. In fact, I know we've talked about it on the show before. But you know, even if I don't agree with what you're saying, I agree with free speech.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So you definitely have a right to your opinion, even if I don't agree with it. And I think there's a lot of things that are that's one thing that society today has lost. Not lost, but they're in the process of losing. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, definitely, dude. It's fucking crazy.
Like, listen, I don't agree with Nazis, but they have every right to say what they gonna say. You know what I mean?
Yeah, as long as they're not trying to kill people, that's what matters. You know, they're not going around screaming "kill all the Jews." That's perfectly fine, man. You know?
Exactly. So free speech. The only limits to free speech are two things: you can't yell "fire" in a crowded space because that causes harm, and you can't say, "Hey, let's kill that guy." Those are the only two things that cancel out free speech. Other than that, you can say whatever the fuck you want. It's covered in our free speech.
Exactly, it's covered in a goddamn constitution.
But in the spirit of not beating a dead horse, which is funny because there's a movie about a horse named Spirit. It's a cartoon. If you're from the Generation Y, check that shit out. If you're from Generation, X through fucking. What generation we saw?
We're Y.
Generation Y.
We're millennials, which is Generation Y.
Yeah, it is Generation Y. So Generation Z. If you're Generation Z, man, I fucked up. I'm drunk. I'm sorry.
It's
I'm sorry,
XYZ,
you two.
pretty much.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So we are Generation Y, aka the Millennials, which is from 1980 to 1999. Actually, I have to make a correction because in one of our previous videos I said it was to 2000, but it's actually to 1999. It's 1980 to 1999. So 2000 is when Generation Z starts, and I think that's the coolest name. We got Millennials, which I don't hate on it because I think that's a cool generation, but also one of the things that's linked to the millennial generation is rose gold, which I don't hate on.
What?
Yeah.
Gold,
Rose gold wasn't really a thing. Like I'm sure it was a thing before, but like we are the generation that took that by storm.
Tell me they are easy to find.
Rose gold. That, I don't know. It just sounds weird to me as a generation
Rose
name.
gold is like gold with like a pinkish tint.
Yeah.
So like everyone in our generation is like going ape shit over that shit, like rose gold. That's what I'm saying, man.
But what does that have to do with anything though?
That we are the generation that picked that up the most. So I'm sure that was a thing before. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was. Maybe it wasn't. I don't know. MC Goondick's not that well versed in colors and such. But
It's just strange. It's just a fucking color.
but it's everything in our generation. You know, everyone buys their iPhones and well, I call them iPhones because I think it's funny as fuck.
That's why I call it iPhones.
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 I like that. iPhones.
There used to be a jailbreak called that. It was called iPhone. PWN. And I was like, hell yeah, jailbreaking this shit. We're hacking Apple devices and call it
I
iPhone.
remember when it was so easy to do that shit. Now it's getting a little more complicated.
Oh,
but
it's
man,
super complicated now.
yeah,
Dude. It's just crazy.
Everyone's getting into it, dude. You can jailbreak anything as long as you know the right person. Like one of my real good family friends, he always tells me like, yeah, dude, anything you got, like if it's technology, just give it to me and I'll jailbreak it. And I'm just like, like no, I appreciate you, but like I'm not trying to do that shit.
Older devices are pretty easy to get into now, but like every fucking Apple updates their shit every 2 seconds, so like it's hard to get it's hard to get a jailbreak for those updates, and that's what you got to do. There's a jailbreak right now for like 2 versions before the current version right now.
Also, a cool little snidbit. Up until a few years ago, iPhone didn't have a back door for the government, and actually the government threatened them and said that if they didn't put a back door into the program so the government could access, you know, all of the things that iPhone does, or Apple does, I should say. So, they threatened to shut them down. So they ended up putting in a back door. But for a long time, actually, I'm an Android user just because it's a tiny bit cheaper and I'm a broke boy. You know what I'm saying? But for a long time, iPhone was the most safest thing to use, and I still believe it's pretty safe. I don't hate on Apple in any way. The only reason I get Android is because, you know, it's a little bit cheaper. That's it. That's the only reason.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, for the longest time, iPhone was or Apple, I should say. I keep saying iPhone because we were talking about it. But Apple was the most efficient and secure way to do anything you needed to do, because for a long time there was no backdoor for the government to access to get a hold of, you know, your recorded conversations or anything as such. So, but as of a few years ago, they did create a backdoor for the government. So iPhone or Apple, I keep doing that, man. Apple users, if you feel that you are safe, believe that you are. They definitely have the best virus protection. I will admit to that. I'm a fair dude. I always give credit where credit's due. So for a long time, they were the safest thing to use, and I still believe that their virus protection is very well, you know, programmed and taken care of.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
But there is a back door, so if you think the government ain't watching you on your iPhone or your other Apple devices, you might be sorely mistaken. But also do more research, because MC Goondick may be, you know, a little less well versed than other people.
I was gonna say, because last time I checked, they said, "Fuck y'all, we ain't doing that shit." But it's been so long since
they said, "Fuck y'all, we ain't doing that shit." And then, as far as my knowledge goes, as far as MC Goondick's knowledge, they did threaten to shut Apple down, and this is before the untimely passing of Steve Jobs. But Steve Jobs did decide to put a back door in for the government to avoid being shut down. And still, Apple's still one of the, you know, highest rated and most profitable technology companies around. So
okay, so I'm not gonna say you're wrong, because I don't know, but I think you're wrong.
I could be wrong. I'm fully willing to admit when I am wrong. But this is what I have heard, you know, on the streets. You know, I got that like 1.5 street credit. You know, I don't have much street cred, but I got that 1.5 street credit.
See, I don't trust anything that, you know, like I don't trust anything the media says, especially. I don't trust anything that, you know, Apple can say like, "Oh yeah, we didn't do it," but then, you know, in the next second they did do it. So I don't trust them. But last time I heard, fucking something happened at an airport, and the airport security and then the government wanted to get into someone's iPhone that, I don't know, maybe they're gonna blow up the plane or some shit, right? But Apple's like, we don't do that. We don't make back doors just so you guys can get in. That would ruin our reputation with our customers and yada yada yada. So this person that may or may not have tried to blow up a plane or did something bad, his phone was protected because Apple refused to give him a back door. And that was probably like about a year ago when this happened. It was a long time ago.
Okay, fair. Like I said, MC Goondick, always ready to admit when he is wrong. That's why I try not to speak on things that I don't know of, or when I try and speak on things that I think I know a little bit about, I always make it known that maybe I don't know that much about it.
Bro, but you totally could be right. Like I said, I don't trust anything the fucking media says.
We have to do some research here on Sabotage.
See, research is... I don't trust research either. It's kind of hard because you never really know, man. I can make a book explaining how grass is blue and the sky is green. And that's, people are going to cite that as, like, fact just because I said it and I wrote a book about it. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, my friend.
So it's just hard. You gotta I don't know, you gotta try to make sense. You gotta make a compelling argument. That's what I look for. Like a really factual argument that makes fucking sense. Research, you gotta be really reputable to just pull up some random bullshit,
And it's hard to be reputable these days.
Really
Who
is.
knows who owns what company, man? Who knows who is controlling what's going on in certain situations?
What is this? Steal device. Am I gonna fist it?
This is where you get you convert one of the robots to work for you instead of Zinyak, and he becomes Sid, C-I-D. And later in the game, you can have sexual relations with him.
I'm gonna fuck a robot, yeah.
It's actually very fun. Like I said, once we get to a certain point, I'll tell you all the fun little tidbits about what you can do.
Oh, I'm
as a
excited. I'm ready to fuck this robot, dude. Oh! Is he happy?
Thank you, Jesus.
Oh, look at him!
Finally.
Oh my god, look at him! Can I only do one? I want to do all of them.
You can only do one.
Oh.
So the way they portray it in the game is you try and do the first one, but the code isn't right, so it dies. And then you do the second one, and you overload the code of Zinyak, and now that robot, or Sid, as you would call him, works for you.
Ah. Can you follow me everywhere?
He does, but for probably pretty soon in the game, actually. He turns he hangs out more on the ship, and he just kind of gives you knowledge, and they give a little snidbit in the waiting screen. Always do all of the side quests and everything for Sid, because he always gives you the best shit.
Oh, cool. Easy peasy. Look at him. He's just chilling. He's cool. He's purple and blue, dude. Look at him. Fucking look at him. Everyone
Those
look
are
at
the
him.
Saints colors.
Oh,
This whole entire game franchise is about the gangs of the Saints. So the 3rd Street Saints is the gang that you join in Saints Row 1, and then Saints Row 2 you kind of rise ranks. Saints Row 3 you start to rise ranks even more. You're kind of like the captain of the gang. You lead it.
Oh.
And this is Saints Row 4, so you become the president of the United States. And then the world blows up, and you have to figure out all of that. I'm not gonna ruin the rest of the game
I
for
gotta
y'all.
get out of the Matrix and shit.
Exactly.
And I already did. And I drove a fucking ship butt ass naked. Hell yeah.
True story. I was there for that one multiple times actually. Even when you run around, I did that by myself.
Hell yeah, dude.
I found the tracking
Huh.
Making any progress?
Would you like to take over?
So why do I have to defend him right here? Is there like something here or something?
They are trying to stop you from converting his files to do your bidding.
Ah.
So you have to defend him, and then once you defend him and successfully escape, that will then be your artificial intelligence device.
Almost done.
Oh, hold on, let me give him a kiss. Okay. He's got to know that I adore him. He's cute. Oh shit! Don't die, bitch. Don't die.
And the gun that you have acquired through this mission, you just got it. I think you got it right at the end of last episode.
Yeah.
It actually shoots bouncy balls, which I think is the coolest thing.
That's funny.
And if you do a certain amount of missions, or you get the right amount of things done, you actually get a dubstep gun later in the game. And as you fire the gun, obviously it has It has a limit, so you have to recharge it and all those things.
Yeah.
But it's super cool because as you fire it, it plays dubstep. It plays dubstep, and like all your enemies start like dancing and shit, and then they become like super disoriented, and then they die.
Oh, that's funny.
While I work on this.
I like that.
Like I said, the creators of this game and the programmers and things have a wonderful sense of humor. That's why I've always loved these games.
Don't let them take
It's basically GTA with a. I don't want to say GTA doesn't have a good sense of humor because.
Oh, they do definitely. But
I'm not.
like
I'm not.
this.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not a purist in any way. I like all games and all that stuff. You know, like I said, people who love Saints Row often hate on GTA, and especially GTA purists hate Saints Row. And I just believe that GTA is a wonderful game, and I also believe that Saints Row is a wonderful game. You know, they both have similar concepts, but the story is continual throughout all of the games of Saints Row. And GTA, it feels like every game they come out with has a different storyline.
Oh yeah, it is because you're playing completely different new characters, different locations
Exactly.
and stuff,
So I don't want to take anything away from either game, but I'm a fan of both, and I know that some purists hate one or the other.
GTA was really weird for me. My first one really getting into was 5, so it was like all right, this is nice, but I think next time on Cyberjocks, this episode's gone on a little long. Next time on Cyberjocks, we're all gonna kiss, every single one of us,
Every
including everyone in
single
the
one
game.
of us. All you sluts are gonna be kissing my juicy fucking herpes-filled lips. Peace.
What?